service line in a long time as a hit comes, and it should stay in bounds, and it does.
The serve, dug out by Bishop. This to the middle, and slamming one home.
Serves over, dug out by Brodzinski. Jones now an attack by Dylan Miller, killed good.
And free ball to the crossover. Eilertson will get the pass for Hawley, set up left side. Rusted down with the kill.
Set it up, Bostena left side. Big kill blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Greyhounds.
So Jones setting across court. Here's Sip with a right-handed kill. The attempt is in.
And a serve goes to Kiera Johnson, a libero, but mishandles it. It's an ace.
Jensen Richmond to Crockett. Crockett able to get it over. This one comes to the middle again. Culp gets the kill.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Tuesday evening from Lisbon High School. It's high school volleyball on the air tonight between the Region 1 Lisbon Broncos and the Region 3 Napoleon Gackle Streeter. The Imperials here tonight in a non-region contest between two teams. One that has played a really brutal of a schedule to start things off here in Napoleon Gackle Streeter, and a Lisbon Bronco team that got to go up to Hazen and play in a tournament up there and open up Region 1 play with a 4-set victory over the Maple River Raiders. And with that, a good, again, Tuesday after Labor Day. I'm Chase Miller. Lincoln Adair is running the camera. Coming up on our pregame show, we'll take a look at the latest polls and the first polls of the season in both Class B volleyball and Class A. There's a little Region 1 and Region 3 flavor in both of those. Also, your out-of-town scoreboard tonight and a host of others to get to before the starting lineups and the opening serve. Opening serve looking closer to about a 7:25 opening serve tonight by the time we get through lineups, the starters, and the national anthem. Napoleon Gackle Streeter, the Imperials, head coach by Keisha Ellenson. We mentioned their two matches earlier last week on Tuesday, a 3-1 loss against the Cardinals of Ellendale, and then a 3-1 loss against the Lobos of Lemoore Lichomere. Taking a look back in their history for the Imperials, 0 state championships. Their most recent state tournament appearance came in 2014, 5 all-time, dating back to 1989. After tonight for the Imperials, they will play in Strasbourg against the Clippers of Strasbourg, Zeeland on September the 13th, and then September the 15th, they will play at Kidder County. A good contingent of Imperial fans made the 2-hour trek from around the Napoleon area where Highway 46, 30, and 34 were all involved to get to Lisbon here tonight. The Broncos, under the first-year guidance of head coach Megan Johnson, spent 2 years at North Dakota State College of Science, 2 years at VCSU, and now she is here as a 6th grade middle school teacher with language arts. The head coach for the Broncos, Lisbon, 5-3 on the year, 1-0 in Region 1 play. They went 4-2 in Hazen. They were swept by Oaks on August the 30th and beat Maple River 3-1 their last time out on September the 1st. After tonight for Lisbon, they hit the road. They're in Litchfield on Thursday going up against the Warbirds of Wyoming Litchfield. Then Saturday, they'll take part in Central Cass's tournament in Castleton. That'll be upcoming on Saturday for the Broncos. It's Lisbon, it's Napoleon, it's Region 1 versus Region 3. This is North Dakota Class B volleyball tonight here on your live event. When we come back, take a look at out-of-town scoreboard going on this evening. The latest polls that came out in North Dakota in Class B and Class A. That's all ahead of the starting lineups and the opening serve tonight in Lisbon. It's Class B volleyball on your live event.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to high-rate insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Gwinner, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
As we continue here on our pregame show tonight from Lisbon, it's the Imperials and the Broncos here in Class B volleyball. Chase Miller alongside Lincoln Adair with you in this one. Still to come, the first serve here tonight in Lisbon between these two programs. But first things first, we promised we get to the first poll of the season, and here it is. Last year's runners-up and a very quality team that's bringing a lot back for head coach Angie Johnson. Northern Cass, the Jags, tabbed as the favorite here in the first poll from the Associated Press Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association in North Dakota. Northern Cass is 1, Thompson 2, Kenmare Bobels 3, and the back-to-back champ, the Lions of Lytton HMB, even though they lost J.C. Richter, the Senior Athlete of the Year, a year ago, they are tied for number 4 for Langdon area Edmore Munich. And, well, when we start talking about those 5 programs, they've had a lot of success the last couple of seasons in Class B volleyball. Again, Northern Cass 1, Thompson 2, Kenmare Bobels, the Honkers 3, tied at 4 is Lytton HMB, and the Cardinals of Langdon area. Then number 6, a Region 3 team as well with Lytton. That's the Oaks Tornadoes, who swept the Lisbon Broncos last week here in Lisbon. Dickinson Trendy, the Titans out west, number 7. Grant County 8, the Redeemers of Minot in Minot, number 9, and Beulah at number 10. Receiving votes, Central Cass from Region 1, Lemoore Litchfield Marion from Region 3, alongside Mayport, CG, Bishop Ryan, and North Borders. So that's the first poll here of the season in volleyball. Northern Cass 1, Thompson 2 at the very top. On the Class A side, very similar to Class B, those who've had success in recent years are up at the very top. West Fargo, Cheyenne, number 1. Bismarck Century, where it just feels like for the past decade, not pencil, but you can sharpie them into the championship game. Bismarck Century is number 2. Fargo North unbeaten, entering play tonight at number 3. Bismarck High 4 and Jamestown 5. You heard of Century, you've heard of Jamestown, you've heard of West Fargo Cheyenne in recent years. North's been close if they haven't been able to get there, and Bismarck High is a quality program as well for the Demons. Receiving votes of Fargo, Shanley, and Bismarck Legacy. So that's the latest poll across the state of North Dakota in both Class B and Class A. We come back, we'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight and preview what's to come on your live event this evening. A couple of matches, both on the volleyball side. If you want more information on local regional games, make sure you go to yourliveevent.com. That's yourliveevent.com. Cover a lot of the eastern side of North Dakota from Region 1 to Region 2, the Eastern Dakota Conference in Class A. Then you take a look at Minnesota, Ada, Borup West, Climax, Fisher, Holly, just to name a few. That's covered on your live events. And if you want On top of going to yourliveevent.com, go to our YouTube page is where you can check out everything for free and on demand as well. After this match gets done tonight, it'll be up within minutes after the final point. Go to your live event and hit subscribe, and you can check out all the games we have on a particular night there by searching your live event on YouTube. About 10 minutes from now, we'll get to the opening serve here tonight between the Imperials and the Broncos. We come back after this. We'll get to our out-of-town scoreboard. It's Class B volleyball tonight on your live event.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business, from payroll, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
As we continue here on our pregame show from Lisbon, it's high school volleyball. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors that we see them throughout this broadcast. Without them, we would not be here, including our scoreboard sponsor, brought to you in part by your friends at Bank North. They offer the traditional and advanced products and services that keep you grounded and ahead of the curve in today's fast-paced world. For farming and ranching, business and consumer banking and lending, you'll always be headed in the right direction with Bank North. To learn more about Bank North, visit ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com, or stop by one of their locations today, including their location here in Lisbon. Your out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. You have Sisseton at Hankinson in a non-region game. Tri-State at Kindred in a Region 1 contest. Edgeley, Column, Montpelier, the Rebels of Region 3, making their way not too far from here, going up against the Eagles of Enderlin tonight in Enderlin. Maple River of Region 1 going to play the Lobos of Lemoore Litchfield Marion in Lemoore tonight of Region 3. You have Britton Helica of South Dakota in Lidgerwood against the Warbirds of Wymer Lidgerwood. Then Oaks at Sargent County tonight. That game is on your live event. Also, Region 3 versus Region 1. So a lot of Region 1 versus Region 3 flavor here on this Tuesday after Labor Day. Other matches tonight in North Dakota, we mentioned it, Oaks and Sargent County, and also in Minnesota, Section 8 4A against Section 8 AA. The Moorhead Spuds against the Holly Nuggets in that one. Games to come up on a Thursday, you have Drayton Valley, Edinburgh at Hillsborough Central Valley. That contest will be on your live event. Also on Thursday, Central Cass at Maple River, out in Tower City, Shanley at West Fargo in Class A, and up to Region 2 for a contest with the Tommies of Thompson against Langdon area Edmore Munich. And that is the Cardinals, and that's a battle of 2 versus number 4 in the state on Thursday. So if you're a Class B volleyball fan and wondering how good are the Tommies or how good is Langdon, that'll be one to watch on Thursday, Langdon at Thompson. Also, our next broadcast of Lisbon Athletics will be on Friday. It's the Central Cass Squirrels and the Lisbon Broncos in a large 11B Region 1 contest on Friday night. And then you have Edgeley Cullum Montpelier at Sargent County in Milner for that contest between EKM and Sargent County. Also a Region 1 game. If the Bulldogs can win that one, they get one step closer to putting themselves in playoff contention. The same for Central Cass and Lisbon. The winner of that contest is going to be feeling, hey, they can be a top 3, maybe even a top 2 seed, depending on how everything comes together from other games across the region here in high school football. It's crazy to think we're less than 2 months away from postseason volleyball. Region 1, November the 4th, will be the play-in at the higher seeds. In Region 3, it's still districts where you have District 5 and you have District 6 to get you to the Region 3 tournament. While in Region 1, the top 4 teams earn buys into the quarterfinals. 5 through 8 would host a play-in, and then 9 through 12 will go on the road. Region 1 standings entering play tonight. Northern Cass, Oak Grove, Hankinson, Lisbon, and Central Cass all at 1-0 in the region. Kindred and Tri-State have yet to play a region game until this evening where they play against each other. You have Enderlin, Maple River, Wymer, Lidgewood, Richland, and Sargent County all at 0-1. When we come back after this, it's the starting lineups and the first serve from Lisbon on your live event.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to high-rate insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Gwinner, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
This is Thor Nelson, a Minot resident and National Hockey League official for 21 years. Why officiate? Some officiate to help kids learn and respect the game. They enjoy watching kids develop in their sport and as people, and they enjoy it because it's fun. You can be an official. Call your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association at 701-845-3953. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to high-rate insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Gwinner, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
As we come back here, as they're announcing the starters here for the Napoleon Gackle Streeter Imperials, Tristan Gross, Emma Ketterling, Madison Wald, Tanisha Kleppe, Sophie Ketterling here, alongside with her Tegan Eberly, and then you're going to have Ava Mosier here as well for the Imperials. So again, Gross, Ketterling, Wald, Kleppe, and Ketterling, they're twins of Emma and Sophie. You have Eberly of Tegan and Ava Mosier, the Imperials head coach by Keisha Ellingson. On the opposite side here for the Lisbon Broncos, they're going to go like this. the 5'10 junior hitter, middle hitter in Kyra Heckrell. Kaya Sweet, the 5'5 setter, a junior. Olivia Kern, a 5'2 libero, a senior here. Also with her, Ella Tui, the 5'8 junior. Clarissa Hoffer, the 5'10 middle hitter, a junior. Kendra Diffordine, the 5'8 outside hitter. And then rounding it off is Gracie Keene. Keene, the senior 6-footer here for the Lisbon Broncos. Heckrell, Sweet, Kern, Tui, Hoffer, Diffordine, and Keene, the Lisbon Broncos, head coached by Megan Johnson. Opening serve going to be close to about 7:25 tonight. This is a non-region game. 5 sets if needed. First one to win 3 sets earns the match win. Up to 25. Rally scoring win by 2. And if we get to set number 5, it would be to 15 to win by 2. So if you're both coaches, an opportunity for maybe to work on a different rotation or maybe try to get 1 or 2 other players into the match when it's a non-region contest to maybe work on some tweaks as we're still very early in here to the 2022 season. The state tournament this year back in Bismarck at the Bismarck Event Center. That'll be November 17th through the 19th. And if you haven't been to a state volleyball tournament before and you're a fan of volleyball, I suggest you go to one because there's Class B and Class A at the same time on a court. You got 4 matches a day for Class B, for example, the same for Class A, where you could potentially watch 8 volleyball matches in one day if you really wanted at the state tournament. That's what makes it so much fun. As we get things underway here, Lisbon slated to serve as they do. This one will be at 7:24. Napoleon gets it over on their 3rd hit. Here goes to the outside to the back right corner, and a good spot there for Diffordine for the kill. Lisbon takes the first point here of set number 1. Diffordine just was able to go cross court to the back right. Kind of a 4x4, and she hit it right in the middle. Service again, dug up in the middle by Ketterling. This one gets over on the 3rd by Madison Wald for the Imperials. Pushed over then. This one comes to the near side, trying to tip it over. Instead, we're going to get a block at the net. This is with Kean. Kean able to get the block, and the Broncos come out early with 2 nice points as they lead it 2-0. Sweep back on to serve. This one will go right down the middle again to Ketterling there with a dig. This one comes in the middle. Heckrell tried to get the block, unable to do so. Eberle was able to get the kill. It's now 2-1. A quick pass, quick set. There it is, a 1-on-1. And if you can just get it off the side of a particular defender, you'll find yourself more times than not earning the kill for your respective team. Imperials almost get an ace. Instead, they get it over on the 3rd by Tui for the Broncos. This one set to the middle, tipped over. Nice coverage. Here's Heckrell, and that is going to be a net violation. Great coverage by Key, and then Heckrell just on the second hit was ready to wind up and uncork one. The problem was she got into the net, and we're not at 2 points apiece. This is set to the outside. Keene gets it over on the 3rd as she does. She'll earn the kill. The Imperials with a couple of blockers there, but able to go over both of them. And then just no one was there a little bit on the backside to help on the coverage. Service on the way here by the Broncos in Diffordine. Dug out by Sophie Ketterling. One of 2 twins here this evening. This one's going to be tipped over. There's going to be Kleppe. Kleppe will have a chance on the push as she does. Goes into the net on the hit there by Diffordine. And we're knotted at 3 points apiece. Lisbon with the first 2 points, and then it's been a little back and forth since then here in this Class B volleyball match. Heckrell at the attack line bumps it over to the libero Gross there for Napoleon. This one comes to the middle, back left corner. There's no touch on the hit by Madison Wald. Point Broncos as they lead it 4-3. Both teams feeling each other out here early. Really haven't had a long rally back and forth. Been more of a pass or 2. Able to try to get the kill then. Here's the set. This one comes to the outside. Going cross court. Oh, what a hit and what a find. Sophie Ketterling absolutely uncorked one. Madison Wald gets the assist, and we're knotted at 4 points apiece. That might be the hardest hit ball we've seen so far in the opening 8 points. Lisbon will handle it. This one, Heckrell got to bump it over on the third. See if the Imperials can take advantage. Back set. This one gets over just enough with the hit by Tanisha Kleppe. Kleppe didn't get all of it, but the changeup works in baseball. You might as well throw it out in volleyball as well. 5-4 Imperials. Differting there with the dig. This one goes down the line on the hit by Hoffer, and there's going to be a point here for Lisbon. Tied at 2, tied at 3, tied at 4, and tied at 5. Which team is going to get that little 4-point, 5-point rally and try to give them some distance here in this contest on this Tuesday night? Chase Miller, Lincoln Adair with you here in this one. Lincoln handling the camera. Imperials will go outside again. The lefty cross court. No hit at the net there on the miss by Kleppe. And the Broncos earn the point at 6-5. Service here by Lions. Elena, the senior, at 5'5", dug up by Ketterling. Ketterling gets it. Nice dig in the back row by Heckrell. Outside, here comes Tui cross court. There is Ketterling. This is Sophie again. Sophie and goes right back to Heckrell, who gets the dig, and the Broncos get it over on the free ball with Sweet. Set up, middle, Imperials blocked at the net, and that one's not going to get over, and the longest rally of the night goes to the hometown Broncos. It's 7-5. Nice back and forth, but you can see Sophie Ketterling hits a very hard volleyball, and Heckrell not once or twice in the back corner was able to take advantage and keep that rally alive somehow. First service error, make that the second service error of the night we've seen by Lisbon. It's 7-6 Broncos, and now we'll see if Napoleon can get something going here. Service on the way. This looks to be by Zanker, and she hits one into the net. And it's going to go right back here to the Lisbon Broncos at 8-6. First service error of the night for the Imperials. Here's Zanker on the bump. Push over by the libero there and Gross. This one to the outside. Over by Differding. Set up middle here for the Imperials. Down the end line, and that's going to be a Mosier kill. Her first. So far, 4 different Imperials have a kill here. And Napoleon, Gackle Streeter back on to serve. Dug out in the middle there by Lyons to the outside, pushed over on the third hit by Differding. Covered nicely by the Imperials. They'll go outside. Another lefty blocked at the net was Eberle, and that block is courtesy in the middle of Hoffer. Her first of evening. It's now 9-7, and that was a one-on-one block. That was not 2 towers there. That was just one-on-one service here for the Broncos. This one will get over on the third. Hit by Napoleon on the hit there by Schmidt. Lisbon has to bump it over on the third with Sweet. This one comes to the outside, and Heckrell gets the block at the net. Eberle was there. Heckrell earns the point. I said that a lot last year, and we're going to probably say it even more. Largest lead by either team here in set number 1 at 3 at 10-7 Broncos. Napoleon misses the back left corner by Sophie Ketterling, looking to go to the outside, and the Broncos have their largest lead at 11-7. Sophie, part of the twins of Emma, here this evening. As that one's going to get over on the third, but out of play, and it's 12-7 at a timeout, Napoleon. The Imperials want to talk it over. We'll break with them. Stretching out the lead a little bit in set number 1 is the Broncos. It's Class B volleyball in your live event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
From on-site farm.
As we come back here on your live event, 12-7, the Lisbon Broncos are able to stretch out the lead. It was tied at 5 apiece. Lisbon got up 7-5, now up 12-7 here in set number 1, where we mentioned early which team was just going to find a little bit of rhythm here, as it was just point for point where maybe get 1 or 2 points, and the other team would get 1 or 2 and back and forth. And here's an ace on the way. That's going to be Olivia Kern with the ace, the first one of the night for the Broncos. Lisbon right now, nice little 1-2 combination, 3 blocks so far, a handful of kills. You get the ace, you find yourself up 13-7 awfully quickly. Napoleon will see what they can do after the timeout. This one goes to the outside, trying to tip it over was Eberle, unable to do so after the sit there by Allison in the middle. And now Lisbon up not 13, but 14-17. Back left corner, there is Ketterling. This one gets over on the second. A chance for Lisbon. Sweet back set, trying to get that slide to Heckrell, but running out of real estate there was Heckrell, and Napoleon gets the much-needed side out. And now up to Napoleon to try to get something in rhythm here, particularly when they have it on their offensive court. Heckrell outside, 1-2 combination with the kill. That's why they call it an attack line. 15-8 Lisbon. Coach Sweet for the basketball teams here in attendance going, let's see that on the basketball court too, getting some rebounds here in the winter. Kaya Sweet on to serve. This one goes to the outside, able to get it over the net, covered nicely there by Kean. Heckrell then with a push, back right corner, covered by Gross. This one comes to the outside. Eberle over a double block, a sprawling attempt by Sweet to keep it alive. This one gets hit by Differding. Chance for the Imperials here. They use the tip, and they use it nicely. Madison Wald saw Heckrell was coming up and says, I've seen that block before. Why don't we get the tip over? And Lisbon unable to cover. Side out Imperials. Napoleon Gacko-Streeter with Emma Ketterling on to serve here for the Imperials. Down by 6 in set number 1. Lisbon will get it over with Olivia Kern on the third. Back set on the way. This one is hit over by Kleppe. Napoleon with it. A little push, and well, that's going to earn a point. Eberle's there with the kill. It's now 15-10. All of a sudden, Napoleon, if they get a couple more points, they can get a little swing going. Might find themselves down by 2 or 3 awfully quickly here in this first set. Outside is high, and that one's able to come over to the near side. Blocked at the net, but earning the kill. Eberle earns her third. There's 2 Broncos at the net in Kean, and with her and Heckrell, and able to muster it over for a point. Service, Napoleon Gacko-Streeter. Lisbon on the third will have to get it over with Olivia Kern on a free ball. This is a great opportunity for the Imperials. They come to the middle, and that's going to be a hit over by Madison Wall. Broncos come back. Nice attempt. Able to get it over on the third, but we might have a net violation. We do, but that'll be on Lisbon, so a point Napoleon Gacko-Streeter. What once was a 15-7 lead is now at 15-12 Lisbon. Heckrell in the middle. Heckrell with the kill. You can just see it. The quick pass, the set by Sweet, and Heckrell knew what to do with that one. It's now 16-12. And that is just silly putty from a freshman year to where she's at now as a junior, seeing Heckrell continue to grow in any particular sport. Someone that coaches have said for quite some time they would love to mold in their respective sport when she plays. Tui gets it over on the third. There's a nice little dump by the Imperials. Madison Wald caught the Bronco defense snapping a little bit. It's now 16-13. Good back and forth now since we got Lisbon up by 7, where both teams are playing awfully well here in the last 5 minutes of game action. Service into the net by the Imperials. That's their second of the match. Lisbon 8 points away from trying to win set number 1. Non-region contest, as we mentioned before, between the Imperials and the Broncos. Heckrell with the serve. This one set by Ketterling to the outside of the opposite Ketterling, trying to get that twin connection. That was a little bit too hard. It's now 18-13. The set there by Napoleon by Emma. The hit by Sophie. I would not want to be on the receiving end of a Heckrell or Sophie Ketterling spike. That's all I'm going to say. Back set. This one comes across, and that's able to earn the point for the kill with Madison Wall. That's her third. Really nice, quick action we've seen at the net when the Imperials can get that good pass from the back row and get it right to their setter. That's when things have gone awfully well for them. Sweet to the outside, a Tui for the kill. Check that. That's Hoffer, excuse me. Hoffer unwinds and delivers. It's now 19-14. Broncos inching their way closer. Coming in is going to be Alana Lyons, the senior, on to serve. Service here by the Broncos on our Bank North scoreboard. Imperials able to get it over with Gross on the third. Peckrell to the outside. There's Tui at the 10-foot line. Hits the ribbon. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as the volleyball started on the Broncos side, but flipped over the net. It's now 20-14. Tui earns the kill. That's 5 different Broncos right now with a kill on our Bank North scoreboard. Service here by Lions. Back left corner. There's Madison Wald. This one tied at the net. Over, though, by the left hand. And Sophie Kennerling, well, she knew she had to get it over on the third hit. She did, and somehow looked like Michael Jordan going from right to left with the volleyball a little bit there. Imperials on to serve. Zanker with the serve. Heckrell in the middle there with the dig. Set up here. This one going to be out of play. No touch at the net. Hoffer gave it a good hit, but a point comes for the Imperials at 20-16. Service on the way. Heckrell is there again. Sweet. They able to bump it. Tui gets it over on the third. Imperials hit it on the second one with Sophie Ketterling. Blocked at the net. Kept alive nicely, though, by Sweet. Heckrell has to get it over on a free ball. Here it comes. Sophie Ketterling gives it to Allison. Back to Sophie. Blocked at the net. Oh, what a hit by Hoffer. She timed it perfectly. That's the 5th block here of set number 1 for Lisbon that results in a point. It's 21-16. Service error by Lisbon gets the chance for the Imperials. Trailing it by 4. Napoleon very much here in this set. Having a chance, though, to get 2-3 points. This would help, but a miss hit. It gets hit over. Mosier tried to time it. Schmidt was there as well, but unable to get it over on that one. And Lisbon with a gifted point. Service here by Kern. Broncos 3 points away from earning set number 1. Here's Eberle, and that one's going to be in there for the kill and the point. And for Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, that's Tegan's 4th kill of the match. Gross on to serve. Goes to the back right corner. There is Lyons. Outside Heckrell through a double block, and this one goes off the basketball hoop, pushed over, and a great find by Eberle. That's her 5th kill of the match, but I'm more impressed with the ricochet there, as that one came off the bottom of the basketball hoop. Heckrell, and she's on the outside. Napoleon able to shade over there with 2 blockers. We'll see if that continues here throughout this volleyball match. And a serve and an ace here for the Imperials. Gross with the ace. Timeout on the floor. Napoleon down by 2. This one going to the wire. And set number 1 on your live.
Condition of your vehicle. Trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
As we come back here on our Bank North scoreboard, 22-20, what was a 15-7 Lisbon lead at one point has been trimmed all the way down to 2 here at 22-20. Broncos are up 21-16. So a little 4-1 run right now by the Imperials after that ace by the libero by the Imperials and Tristan Gross, the senior. Timeout here by head coach Megan Johnson for Lisbon. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining in this first set. And the Broncos, Tui was kind of caught in no man's land. Do I do something with it? Do I let it go? And the very last moment, she decided, I need to put my wrist and try to get something in terms of a hit. Instead, the problem was just unable to get a good pass. And the Broncos now are tied at 22 apiece. They set up Heckrell, but unable to do anything there. We're tied for the first time since it was 5-5. A 6-1 run right now by Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. Tied at 22 and a serve. Back right corner. Here's Sweet, little dump, able to get it over on the second. Right back here for Napoleon. Here's Heckrell. Gross was there to cover. This one going to be pushed over, covered by the right, there by Differding. Differding with a chance, blocked at the net. Heckrell keeps it alive, and here's a push by the aforementioned Heckrell. Zonker, back set, Napoleon, cross court. There is Tui for the dig. Kern, and they get it over on the third here by Sweet. Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, Zonker to the outside. Here's a push. Sweet is there. Tui to Differding. This one a joust at the net. Going to go on Napoleon's side. There's a push, covered nicely by Kern. Outside, Differding. This one down the line, covered nicely by Zonker. In the middle here, there's the tip. Sweet kept going by Tui on the longest rally of set number one. Here's the set to the outside and hit into the net, and a point for the Lisbon Broncos. And everyone can take a collective breath after a very long rally here in this one. 23-22, Lisbon now 2 points away from earning a very tight set number one. Sweet on the serve, and Sweet's going to get close, and she does. Gets the ace off of Sophie Ketterling. Second ace of set number one for Lisbon as a team, and here is set point. Sweet on the serve for the Broncos. Ketterling is there. This one goes to Zonker, back to the outside as the Imperials are able to get it over with Schmidt. Heckrell gets it over on the third, hit by Wald, and Wald will have a push. Tui, Sweet, Heckrell, blocked at the net! And we're actually going to have a net violation. This will be by Lisbon as Heckrell went through. It's now 24-23. Napoleon needs this point. Otherwise, the first set goes to the Lisbon Broncos. Very entertaining tonight in Lisbon. Serve. Sweet is there. Heckrell at the 10-foot line gets it over on the and that'll do it. Heckrell with the set point, and Lisbon wins set number one, 25-23. We're back with a set one recap and get you ready for the second as the Broncos lead it 25-23 and now lead it 1-0 here on your live event.
At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business from payroll, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
As we come back here, as we get ready for set number two, Chase Miller alongside Pat Adair. Well, Lincoln Adair. Pat Adair is running the scoreboard. Lincoln Adair running the camera here. Lisbon Broncos take set number one, 25-23, and a very entertaining set number one here from Lisbon on our Bank North scoreboard. The Broncos had 5 blocks that earned points for Lisbon in set number one with 2 aces. 2 aces by Napoleon Gackle-Streeter came from their libero in Tristan Gross. And then the leading point getter in terms of kills was Tegan Eberly here for Napoleon Gackle Streeter with 5. So where does Lisbon go now? And Napoleon Gackle Streeter, after some adjustments here after one set, we know this, when Heckrell's on the outside, there's a high likelihood that she is going to get a double block coming now by the Imperials. If that does come, where does Sweet go as a setter? On the opposite side, if you're Lisbon, you got to find where number 6 is. That's Sophie Ketterling for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. But at the same time, we saw some other players, specifically in Eberly, every now and then a Wald, come and have some shiny moments for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. High school volleyball tonight here on your live event. Same for both teams to continue to just get a little bit better. Napoleon Gackle Streeter been close, doesn't have a win yet this year, 0-2 with losses to Ellendale and Lemoore Litchfield Marion, both two really good programs and teams this season. Lisbon 5-3 after going 4-2 at the Hazen tournament, and then 1-0 in Region 1 play after a 4-set win over Maple River last week. We get ready here for set number 2. Go right to Heckrell, and there's the kill. Heckrell over the double block earns the point, and Lisbon now leads it 1-0. Service here by Sweet. That's going to be an ace, and Sweet will have her second ace of the night. 2-0 Broncos. And a match that started 25 minutes ago. Service here by Sweet. This one back to the left-hand side. Ketterling is there. This one goes to Zonker. Cross court. Able to get it over on the third was Schmidt. Heckrell. Nice find there by Heckrell as she moved the defense enough, and Allison Zonker wasn't able to get there quick enough, and the Broncos jump out to an early 3-0 lead here in set number 2. Service by Sweet. Goes to the opposite libero there, and Gross tight at the net, and a point Lisbon. Great start for the Broncos, and a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. On our Bank North scoreboard, Lisbon leads by 4 in set number 2. Class B volleyball tonight in Lisbon on your live.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Oh, it still feels like summer out a little bit, even after the Labor Day weekend across the state of North Dakota. If you're in the central part, for our friends that are tuning in the Napoleon Gackle Streeter area, or those in the Lisbon greater area, still looks like a nice 7 to 10 days upcoming. Can't believe I'm saying it. High school football is nearly halfway over for some, or is halfway over for others, coming this Friday night. This one is to the middle. Going to get hit over on the third by Madison Wald. Heckrell in the middle. Bumps it over on the third on a soft hit. Readjusting herself for the Imperials was Eberly. And somehow, Eberly able to get this one over on the third after a great attempt by Napoleon Gackle Streeter. Differting down the line, and Differting earns the kill. Well, the Broncos had to earn that point. Great hustle in the back row by the Imperials. Lisbon now leads it 5-0. Napoleon already using one timeout here in this set, so they have just one remaining. Imperials going to the outside here in Eberly. This one at the net. Tui has to get it over on the third and unable to do so, and the Imperials are on the board. Still to come on our post-game show when we get there, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Also our Play of the Game brought to you in part by RDK Enterprises. Heckrell, and we're going to have a net violation on the aforementioned Kyra. So back-to-back points here by Napoleon, and the Imperials will try to match what Lisbon did and get a 4 or 5 point run in them here in this second set. This one hit down the line, Imperials, with Madison Wall able to get it over on the third with Gross. Here's Sweet, Back set coming, back left corner, good spot and location. Hean just gave it a little bit too much there on the hit. It's now 5-3. But you can tell the front row is putting two players on Heckrell, so someone's going to go one-on-one or not have a hitter to go up against, and that's what they were trying to do with Kean that time. Different can't get it over on the third, and what was a 5-0 Bronco lead, 4 straight points by the Imperials. This has anything like set number 1, which went 25-23. We're in for some fun volleyball here tonight, and a service error on Napoleon Gacko Streeter makes it 6-4 Broncos. Service upcoming here for Lisbon. This will be with Kendra Differdine, the junior 5'8" hitter. Down the line, and we're going to have a net violation here on Napoleon. Hard hit. Sweet kind of moved her elbow a little bit and probably got enough of her elbow on the volleyball more than anything else. Service here for the Broncos and Differdine. Dug out there by Gross. This one comes to the middle. That's Schmidt. Schmidt to the other side, and we're going to have a violation going underneath the net with her foot was Heckrell, and now it's 7-5. Trying to find a little bit of rhythm now for the Broncos when they have it on their half of the court. Tui down the end line, and that'll be out of play for a point. Napoleon. Imperials kind of went back and forth in the first set where it was 1-1, then they got up by 2-1, then it was 2-2, 3-3. Never really led that much, though, in set number 1, and we have a violation here on the back line, and this will be on Napoleon. So 8-6. Just like in basketball, you got the free throw line. You can't put your foot over it. The same here in volleyball with that back line. Heckrell with a little running jump serve. Mosier gets this one over out of play, 9-6 Broncos. Another service here upcoming by Heckrell. Heckrell with a handful of kills and 2 blocks already tonight. Back on to serve. There's Sophie Ketterling. She'll get set. Ketterling through a double block, able to earn the kill. Sophie Ketterling with her third of the evening. It's now 9-7, and the service upcoming here for the Imperials. And the serve will be the other twin of Emma Ketterling here for Napoleon Gacko Streeter. Emma, a senior. Bevy of seniors for the Imperials for head coach Keisha Ellenson. The same for the Lisbon Broncos here. A handful, but a lot of juniors on the roster for Coach Megan Johnson. This one will get set in the middle. Heckrell there on the dig after the hit by Mosier. Great attempt by Tui, and the Broncos get it over on the third. And then there's going to be a kill by Mosier. Tui went into the first row of the student section. Can't fault the hustle, but Napoleon gets the point. Great quick work by Mosier. Catch a team a little bit out of rhythm or out of rotation. Get it back over on their side of the net. That's what she was able to do. And the Imperials looking to even it up at 9 apiece. Dump on the way by Sweet, covered by the Imperials. Outside Ketterling, Sophie with the kill. We're tied at 9-9. I know this is a non-region game, but it kind of has a little late season feel to it in terms of the points, where every point seems like you have to earn your way here tonight. Covered by Sophie Ketterling. Backside on the way to one of the 2 lefties here in Kleppe. Covered by Lisbon as they get it over on the third with Kean. Set by Ketterling to the other Ketterling. Emma to Sophie, and blocked at the net by Kean. Her second of the night, and the Broncos lead it 10-9. Service to come here for Lisbon with Elena Lyons. This one to the outside. Kleppe out of play. It's now 11-9. I'd like to thank Bank North for providing our scoreboard sponsor throughout the year. Check out one of their locations or visit ibanknorth.com, and you can stop in their location tomorrow here in Lisbon. Service here on the Broncos. Their fourth of the match, their first of the second set. And Napoleon with another chance to tie here in set number 2 with a running jump serve by Sophie Ketterling. This one at the attack line, able to get over back right corner. And there is going to be a touch and a kill here for the Lisbon Broncos. Hoffer with her third of the match. It's now Lisbon 12-10. Update for you on your live event. Holly takes set number 1 over the Moorhead Spuds in Minnesota. Somehow pinballed around in the back. Napoleon gets it over on the third. Was there any touch at the net? The Broncos are asking for it, and they'll get it. They're asking for a touch at the net right away with Hoffer, and it was allowed. It's 13-10 Broncos. A little 3-1 run right now for Lisbon. This one into the back. There's Emma Ketterling to the near side, going cross court. It's going to be out of play on Eberle on the hit. It's now 14-10 and a timeout. Maybe, nope. Keeping it there. Service and the ace for Tui. Now's the timeout for Coach Ellenson and the Imperials. We'll break with them. Lisbon matching their largest lead of the second set at 5 on our Bank North scoreboard on your left.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Back here in Lisbon, 15-10 Broncos over Napoleon Gackle Streeter here in Class B volleyball tonight on your live event. Also going on, Sargent County against Oaks in another Region 1 versus Region 3 contest. That game going on not too far from here in Gwinner. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Service by Tui, and Tui gets another kill. Back-to-back kills for Tui. Got one before and got one after the timeout. Napoleon Gackle Streeter with 0 timeouts remaining in the set. Lisbon has 2 remaining. Tui then with a service error. So the Broncos get up to their largest lead at 16-11. But here is where Napoleon made the run last time with Gross serving as well. Gross serving, and she gets the ace. Her third of the match. It's now 16-12 Broncos. Going back to set number 1, got up as much as 15-7. Then Gross kind of came on, and Napoleon got it all the way to a tie at 22 apiece. This one back right corner. Good hit by Differding, and there's the kill. Gives Sweet the assist. 17-12 Broncos. Kern to serve. Dug on the back by Ketterling. This one goes to Maddie Wald. Trying to get this one over on the third. Was Wald as she does. Heckrell bumps it over on the third. Gross to Ketterling. This one gets tipped over by Eberle. Bumped outside Differding. Back left corner. That one's going to hit the post, and that is out of play. In baseball or softball, that would be fair and allowed. But in volleyball, you hit that post that comes up, that is out of play. And once that starts to wiggle, it goes to the opposition. Schmidt back in on the front. Service on the way for Zonker. This one a chance for an ace. There it is. Allison gets her first one of the contest. The fourth as a team for Napoleon. And the Imperials are clawing their way back here in set number 2. Service again by Allison. Back right corner. Dug out nicely by Lyons. Outside Heckrell. This one tipped over, but out of play. Covered nicely down the line by Allison, but just ran out of real estate. And Heckrell earns another point here for the Broncos. Got a feeling Heckrell might be an all-region performer, kind of like a Sophie Ketterling for Napoleon Gackle Streeter. Service by Sweet. Gross is there. This one tied at the net, and Zonker couldn't really do much with that one. It's now 19-14 Lisbon. Broncos 6 points away on our Bank North scoreboard, going up 2-0. Service by Sweet. This one going to the outside, and Schmidt blocked at the net, and that's going to be with Kean. Her third of this match. 20-14 Broncos. Does Napoleon have a rally still left in him? If they have it, they need it sooner rather than later, and that'll help. Nice back set. Eberle to the outside. It makes it 20-15. Napoleon, for every point that Lisbon gets, Napoleon needs at least 2 to try to get this one back. And, well, there's an ace. Eberle will have the 5th one as a team here tonight, 20-16. Set number 1, 25-23 Lisbon. Imperials back on to serve here for Eberle, and she gets another ace. Back-to-back here for Tegan. The junior outside hitter makes it a 3-point contest, and Tegan winds up, goes to libero. Kern is there. Sweet Heckrell. Heckrell earns the kill. The old adage of go to where your bread is buttered, and that's Heckrell. Outside or the middle, and even through a double block that time, able to earn the kill. Service Broncos. Gross is there. This one goes to the outside, bumped into the middle as Schmidt gets it over on the 3rd for the Imperials. Lisbon outside, 2-ing miss hit, and Napoleon stays alive at 21-18. Service for Napoleon. Kern with the dig. Sweet back sets. Gives it to Hecker with the pushover on the 3rd. Zonker, this one to the middle. That one going to be a Mosier in for the kill. Well, it kind of looked like Napoleon thought that was going to be out of play. Instead, Mosier earns the kill, and we're within 2 here for Napoleon Gacko Streeter. Just like set number 1, the Imperials are not going away. Sweet with the bump. Heckrell, cross court, down to a knee for the Imperials with the dig. This in the middle. That one's going to be blocked by Kean. Outside here is Ketterling. She was blocked again by the Broncos. Lisbon keeps it alive here with Differding. This one to the middle, bumped over on the 3rd by Heckrell. Using it here is Napoleon. To the middle is Mosier, and she's unable to do much there. But how about the blocks by the Broncos front line to make it 22-19 Lisbon, and Heckrell comes on to serve. Broncos 3 points away from getting up 2-0. Gross able to go down to a knee. Ketterling gets it over on the 3rd. Here's Tui. Cross court on the hit. Zonker with the set. This one to Sophie. Ketterling blocked at the net. Kean is there yet again. 23-19 Broncos. Broncos student section now on their feet. Heckrell with a jump serve. This one trying to get it over was Zonker, unable to do so. That pass just kept going and going and going before he hit the net. And set point here for the Lisbon Broncos and Heckrell. Trying to win set number 2, 25-19 if they can. Napoleon needs 6 straight points to stay alive. Imperials, this will be Zonker to the middle. Ketterling gets it over with the left hand. Lisbon adjusts. This one back set to Kean. Nicely done by Zonker to keep it alive. Ketterling with a deep right push. Heckrell, Differding, unable to do much with it, and a point for Napoleon Gacko Streeter. Emma Ketterling on to serve for the Imperials, looking for the rally. Sweet, Heckrell, push, able to get it over. Mosier, set, Ketterling, and the kill. Sophie Ketterling hit it to the side of that double block instead of trying to split it. 24-21 Lisbon. Well, this says very much the same remnants of set number 1. Down the line, Tui's there, Sweet, outside, and that's going to be a point. And going under the net was Sweet. It's now 24-22. We'll see if Coach Megan Johnson calls a timeout or lets her team play through it. She'll let them play through it. Sweet, outside again. This one hit for the kill. Now that's Hoffer. Hoffer earns the kill. Broncos take set number 2, 25-22. Third set coming up next on your live event.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to high-rate insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Gwinner, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
I'd like to thank Lincoln Adair running the camera. Chase Miller with you here in Lisbon as we go to the third set. Lisbon Broncos on our Bank North scoreboard. One set number 21, 25, 23. Set number 2, 25, 22. The question is, what do we have for an encore? Because set number 1 was tied at 5 apiece before Lisbon went on their run and led it 15-7 at one point before Napoleon came storming back. Lisbon opened up on a blitzkrieg to start the second set up 5-0, and Napoleon came all the way back to tie it at 9 apiece before Lisbon found a little bit of a rhythm. Service here for the Broncos to get things going in set number 3. Bumped over by Gross. Here's Sweet to the middle. Heckrell hits one into the net, and Napoleon takes the lead here in the third set. The Imperials lost their first 2 matches of the year in 4. That could possibly continue. Service here by the Imperials. This one will be into the net. That's the 5th service error of the night as a unit for the Imperials. Coming on is Differding for the Broncos. And Differding earns the ace. So far, 4 different Broncos with an ace tonight. They're led by the 2, with Tui, and 2 as well with Sweet. Service, this one to the middle. Napoleon backs it on the way. And we're going to have a net violation. This will be on Napoleon. Great hit by Eberle, and the Imperials were thinking that, hey, they were able to get the kill. Instead, it's 3-1 Lisbon now here in this third set. Service coming to the middle. Gross is there. Ketterling outside. This one gets punched over on the third by Kleppe, and that's going to be a point. It's now 3-2. Update for you between Oaks and Sargent County. Oaks won the first set 25-13. Sargent County came back and won the second set 26-24 as Eberle gets her 3rd ace of the evening, and we're tied at 3. So Sargent County and Oaks, they are tied at 1 set apiece. Also going on your live event right now with Nick Furch handling the play-by-play. This one bumped over on the third by Lisbon. To the middle there is Ketterling. To the outside of the opposite Ketterling. No touch on the hit, and the Broncos take the point at 4-3. This tie was at 3 apiece, tied at 1 apiece. See if that continues here if we get to 4. Gross to the middle. This one going to get pushed over on the third by Sophie Ketterling. Back set on the way. That's the key in. Covered nicely then by Kleppe. Outside to Sophie Ketterling. Blocked at the net, but kept alive in the back by Emma Ketterling for the Imperials. Pushed over by Tui. Gross able to get it over on the second. Give the hockey assist to Sophie Ketterling, but then Gross was able to punch it over on a push, and we're knotted at 4 apiece. That's what I wish they would do in basketball. Give the hockey assist, right? Give the person who set up the assist to set up the point, just like we saw there here in volleyball. That one hit outside by Hoffer, and the Imperials will take a lead at 5-4. Something we haven't said too much tonight is Napoleon working with a lead. Unable to do so in set number one. In set number two, did ever so briefly in set number one, and the Imperials unable to get a run going once they had a 1-point advantage, and the Broncos back on to serve. Elena Lyons to the line, tied at 5. Service by Napoleon. Coming across on that slide was Sophie Ketterling on the back set by Emma Ketterling. 6-5 Broncos. Service yet again for Lions. Broncos looking for the 3-set sweep. 6th service error as a team tonight, and we're knotted at 6 apiece. So tied at 1, tied at 3, tied at 4, tied at 5, and tied at 6. This one smells like set number 1 here in set number 3 between these two teams. Down the line, Lyons is there. Punched over on the third with Sweet. This one, Zonker outside. Ketterling goes cross court. Oh, what a find. Throwing darts right there is Sophie Ketterling. She earns the kill. That's her 7th as we got her down for. And Napoleon Gacko-Streeter leads it 7-6. Service for the Imperials. Heckrell, Sweet, trying to get the dump covered nicely by Gross. Back set then to Schmidt. Able to cover was Heckrell. This one able to get over on the third with Hoffer. The Imperials bumped over on the third with Schmidt. Heckrell there on the cover. Sweet set to the middle. Through a double block. There's no hit. So they were looking for Hoffer and Napoleon with their largest lead of any set at 2 right now here in the third set. 8-6 Imperials. Heckrell with the dig. Sweet back to Heckrell as they're able to bump it over on the third. Gross, this one be close at the net, somehow keeping her balance and keeping it going with Sophie Ketterling. Sweet, this one's able to get over. Sophie, we'll see if they take advantage. Allison back to Sophie. Sophie loses a joust at the net. Hoffer with the block, and it's now 8-7. Napoleon with the lead. And an ace here by Tui and the Broncos. Her 3rd of this match, and we're knotted at 8 points apiece. Service by Tui again. This one going down to a knee is Wald. Set over here by Napoleon Gacko-Streeter. Sweet with the pushover, covered nicely by the Imperials. Allison Zonker backs at cross court, and they hit by Mosier. That was by Schmidt. And a point here for Lisbon. Lisbon now leads it by 1 at 9-8 after Napoleon was up by 2. A little 3-point rally here by the Broncos. Sweet to the outside. That's Differding. Covered nicely by Ketterling. That's Sophie. She gets a chance at it, and she pulls the ripcord down the line for another kill. As much as Heckrell is prime target number 1 for Lisbon, that's the same for Sophie Ketterling and the Napoleon Gacko-Streeter Imperials on the scouting report. Service error by the Imperials. They're 6th of the contest, and Lisbon takes a 1-point edge yet again. Service by Kern here for Lisbon. Set up, Mosier going cross court, out of play. It's now 11-9 Lisbon. Kern back on to serve. Sophie Ketterling to the outside. That's Eberle. Covered nicely by Tui. Trying to get across. Sweet, unable to do so was Lyons, as Lyons tried to push Sweet out of the way to try to get to that volleyball, but goes into the net, and a set out here by the Imperials. Gross on to serve, and She's been deadly from that line tonight with 3 aces. Outside Heckrow, look out below. You might want to check for a dent in the basketball court. Heckrow makes it 12-10. Service upcoming here. This one going to get pushed over back right corner. Trying to get there. What's Kern she does, then Tui just unable to do much with the pass, and a point for Napoleon Gackel-Streeter. I think the cat's out of the bag on who our players of the game are potentially tonight, with Heckerl and alongside Sophie Ketterling. We've said their name a lot and for really good reasons, respectively. This one to the left-hand side, but tell you what, Keene has been a menace at the net so far here in terms of blocks, so she's able to get a kill in this third set. Part of the reason why Lisbon's been so good up front so far tonight. We got them down for 9 blocks for points in 3 sets. This one get pushed over on the third by Eberle. Heckerl is there. Napoleon Gackel-Streeter sets it up to the outside, and we're going to have a net violation. This will be on the Imperials, and we might get a timeout upcoming. Nope, Lisbon will take a 14-11 lead. Lisbon wins this set. They will sweep the Imperials. Napoleon Gackel-Streeter needs this set to keep hope alive here in this non-region contest very early in the season for Class B volleyball. In the back is Kern with the dig. Backs it on the way. Heckerl, she punches it over, but her right foot was underneath the line, and that's going to be a violation and a point for Napoleon. Heckerl knew it right away. Tried to hide it, unable to do so. One of our officials here saw it, and there comes the whistle. Service, this one to the middle. At the net there was Kean. Back set on the way. That goes to Kleppy. Tui with a chance. Gross with a dig. Napoleon will have Kleppy try to get it over on the third. She does. Sweet sets it up. Tui through a double block. Off the deflection and in for the kill. 15-13 Broncos. On our Bank North scoreboard here, Lisbon's been ahead by anywhere from 8 to 2 points in a particular set here tonight. Even won it multiple times very early on. Napoleon, well, there we go. Sophie Ketterling goes cross-scored on the hit. It's 15-14 Imperials. Napoleon Gackel-Streeter after tonight, their next contest on September the 13th against Strasbourg, Zeeland in Strasbourg. That one is out ever so close. 16-14 Broncos. Service upcoming here for Lisbon and Elena Lyons. Lyons on to serve. That one goes down the line. Imperials are there. This one going to get hit over on the second. Just hit the top of the rope by Gross. And Gross with another dig outside. And this one finds a spot there. Tanisha Kleppy with the kill. Napoleon just been able to hang around enough. We just haven't seen that big 5-6 or 7-point 7-1 5-0 rally by the Imperials enough tonight. We've seen that a little bit more by Lisbon. Well, part of the reason why they're up 2-0. And miscommunication there by Gross and Sophie Ketterling. And the point gets awarded to the Lisbon Broncos now at 17-15. Service, that'll be out of play on the hit there by Tui. Imperials down by 1. 3 service errors so far here for Lisbon in this third set. Ace upcoming here for the Imperials. Sophie Ketterling, that's her first ace of the night. And we're knotted at 17 apiece. First tie since it was 8-8. And another ace here by Ketterling. 18-17 Imperials. Little running jump serve has been some trouble here for the Broncos. Tui's there for the dig. Set up outside. Differding hits one into the net. And Napoleon now leads it 19-17. One more point here by Napoleon. You might see a Lisbon timeout. Sweet to the middle. This one going to be over and able to get the kill. Hoffer earns the point. A side out there for the Broncos. Lisbon down by 1 here late in set number 3. The first 2 sets went down to the wire. 25-23 and 25-22. So why would you have anything different in set number 3? Volleyball match that started nearly 1 hour ago at 7:24. And right now, Megan Johnson just making sure she has the rotation in there properly after bringing the libero, Olivia Kernan. And Megan Johnson wants to make sure she can get the proper substitution in and out of the game, as Lions right now coming to the side of the court. Still to come, we'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Energy for life. Learn more at enbridge.com for career opportunities. Get to some of our final numbers in this one, and also our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. And the officials are making sure that, again, they have the rotation properly here. If you bring someone in, you just can't bring them back out like a hockey line change. Got to kind of go through the particulars and make sure everything is kosher. So this adds more of a timeout more than anything. Update for you also on your live event in Minnesota. The Moorhead Spuds come back and take set number 2 over Hawley 25-20. So that now at 1 set apiece. Josh Boyko on the call for you on that one in Hawley between the Nuggets and the Spuds. Other matches going on tonight. Sisseton at Hankinson, Tri-State at Kindred in a Region 1 contest. Some other matches also tonight. Region 3 versus Region 1 style. Edgeley, Cullum, Montpelier, and Enderlin. You have Maple River at Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion. And also Oaks at Sargent County in North Sargent. 19-18, Imperials lead it over the Broncos here in Lisbon. High school volleyball tonight, and what's been a little bit longer of a delay, as the officials are saying everybody go to your particular spot and see if there needs to be a player that is subbed out for or taken out. So they will have the substitution here. Atlanta Lions will come out. Coming back on will be Hoffer. And then they're seeing where and who has to serve, if it might be Tui or if it might be Olivia Kern. Megan Johnson talking with one of our officials here tonight. Set 1, set 2 to the Broncos. The Imperials and the Broncos been back and forth here in set number 3. And now they'll move everybody 1 set over one more time. And now on to serve here for Lisbon is Clarissa Hoffer. And the officials will come back to the scores table one more time. And we'll make sure that it's good to go. So at the front line now, you would have Heckrow there alongside with her Atlanta Lions and Sweet the setter. We'll see what we get after this. Both teams, mind you, with 2 timeouts remaining here in this third set, which this third set is starting to look more a little bit like in between sets 2 and 3, where you get additional time, as starting to get a pan across the crowd. You see some youngsters in attendance here tonight for the Lisbon faithful across the way. The Napoleon Gacko Shooter faithful. A lot of fans wearing the gold jerseys underneath us here in the Crow's Nest in Lisbon. So after the timeout, everything is back to normal and back to business here. And the Imperials get it over on the third with the hit there by Eberly. This one by Kroll for the kill. And we're tied at 19 apiece. Tied at 17, tied at 8, tied at 6, 5, 4, and 3 with the 1. Service in there. You talk about a 4x4, that might have been a 1x1. I don't think there was a lot of wood there on the left-hand side, and somehow able to splice it was Hoffer for the ace. 5th different Bronco here tonight with an ace. And another one. back-to-back aces, and the Broncos have taken advantage after that long delay with 3 straight points. 21-19 Lisbon, now 4 points away from winning this volleyball match. Almost with another ace. Instead, it'll come to Sweet Heckrell with the tip and kill. You saw 3 blue jerseys at the net. Heckrell knew what to do with it with the tip. It's now 22-19. Service by the Broncos. The Imperials play more defense and offense right now as Eberle gets it over on the third. Heckrell in for the kill. 23-19 Broncos. It's her 4th kill of the set. Now, Broncos student has the sweeper out, looking for a 3-set to-done sweep, potentially. But the Imperials are right back where they've been in set 1 and set 2, trailing it late with a chance to make a rally here and get to set number 4. Outside, Heckrell, dug out nicely by Ketterling. This one gets set up, this to Eberle. Sweet to the outside, differting. There is Gross. Imperials use it. This one punched over, and there's the kill. Eberle goes off the right hand of Heckrell, 23-21 Broncos. Service with Gross. And Gross gets the ace. Timeout here for the Lisbon Broncos. We'll keep it here. Gross with her 4th ace of the night, 23-22 Lisbon. Back in set number 1, it was 23-22 Lisbon to see the Broncos win 25-23. In set number 2, it was 24-22 before the Lisbon Broncos came back and won 25-22. So we've been at this juncture so much here tonight, and it's been really good to see it here this evening. 23-22 Lisbon with the advantage here on your live event, but the Imperials 1 point away from tying, and more importantly, they're 3 points away from taking set number 3. Gross to serve. Chewy with the dig. Sweet goes outside. Heckrell with the kill. Under the timeout by Coach Johnson. Good pass, good set, and a better spike that results in a kill for the Lisbon Broncos and Heckrell. Service on the way for Sweet. This one by Ketterling. This one in the net, and that'll do it. The Lisbon Broncos have swept the Napoleon Gackel Streeter Imperials tonight, 25-23, 25-22, and 25-22. That'll do it here this evening from Lisbon in a volleyball match that starts at 7:24, ends at 8:30, 66 minutes here tonight for Class B volleyball. Coming up next on our post-game show, we'll get to our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge Energy, also alongside our RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game, and pass along any scores that we have across the region again tonight. Again, your final: set 1, 25-23 Lisbon, set 2, 25-22 Lisbon, and set 3, 25-22 Lisbon, in a very entertaining volleyball match tonight here between the Broncos and the Imperials. Stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll recap and break it all down. That's coming up next here on your live event.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
On our Bank North scoreboard again, your final Lisbon wins it 3-0 here tonight over Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. Take a look at some of the final numbers in this one and some of the players that stood out as well. For the Lisbon Broncos, they had 9 aces in this volleyball match. For Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, they would finish with 10. Really a difference maker in this one was the Broncos at the net with the number of blocks they had in comparison to the Imperials. We had Napoleon Gackle-Streeter just for 1 block at the net, where the Lisbon Broncos, they would finish with 9 here in this one. Hecker with a couple, Hoffer with 3, and Kean led the way with 4 here tonight for the Broncos in terms of some of the stats in this one. Hecker, double-digit kills. A lot of the assists came from Sweet. Hoffer had herself a nice evening. We had her down for 6 kills as well. For Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, Sophie Ketterling in double digits with kills here tonight. Herberly, we had her down for 7, and Madison Wald had 3 here this evening. Gross with a really nice night on the back end for the Imperials, and then Emma Ketterling doing a little bit in front there as a setter as well for Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. So the Imperials will drop to 0-3 on the year. The Lisbon Broncos will improve to 6-3 after starting off the year in that Hazen tournament. The Imperials, their next game will be against Strasbourg Zeeland in Strasbourg on the 13th of September. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, they will play a Region 1 contest on Thursday in Lidgerwood against Wymer Lidgerwood upcoming. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, take a look at your out-of-town scores and name you our player of the game and our precision play of the game as well. That's all still to come here in Lisbon tonight. Broncos with a 3-0 win over Napoleon Gackle-Streeter on your live.
At Olson Accounting, they tackle it all with a variety of services to help your business from payroll, strategic planning, and taxes. Plus, they'll protect your individual financial and retirement planning like an offensive line working together to protect the quarterback on the field. Let the team at Olson Accounting help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
It's now time to hand out some hardware. Let's get to the first thing. That is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this one. For more information and energy for life, learn more at Enbridge.com. For career opportunities, that again is Enbridge.com. For the 1-2 combination, Kyra Hecker, without question, is number 1 for the Lisbon Broncos. A couple of blocks. We mentioned what she was able to do for kills as well. The junior hitter, Kyra Heckrell, is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game for the Lisbon Broncos. On the opposite side, Sophie Ketterling for Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. The Imperials, part of the twin combination with her and Emma, but Sophie hits a really good volleyball with some pace and some tempo on it. Tough for the back row at times to try to consistently get there and take advantage of a really quality pass. Sophie did some nice work as well with some digs here tonight and alongside a couple of aces, but in a losing attempt here for the Imperials. Those are our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. I think our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game comes in the third set. It was back and forth, but Kyra Heckrell absolutely unloaded one down the far end line. We were wondering if there might be a dent because that just sounded good off the right hand. The crowd got into it as well. At that point, made it 12-10 Lisbon in the third set, only to see the Napoleon Gacko-Streeter come back a little bit and make some plays before Lisbon was able to finish on a nice run after it was tied at 19 apiece. But that was just a really good number one dig and pass from the back row, set up nicely by Sweet to the outside for Heckrow over a double block, which made it 12-10 in that third set. That is our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. RDK Enterprises wishes you a safe harvest and thanks you for your business. Go online to planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com for more information on RDK Enterprises. Some other scores going on your live event for volleyball fans in North Dakota. Check out yourliveevent.com or also hit subscribe on YouTube on Your Live Event. As last we heard in Gwinner, Oaks was up 2-1 over the Sargent County Bulldogs. And last we heard in Hawley, it was 1-1 between the Moorhead Spuds and the Hawley Nuggets in high school volleyball. Still to come this week on Your Live Event on Thursday in Region 1 play, Central Casa at Maple River from Tower City. In Region 2, you have Drayton Valley Edinburgh at Hillsborough Central Valley. Also a good one. This is a top 5 matchup. Number 2 Thompson against number 4 Langdon Area Edmore Munich in Class B volleyball. Then in Class A with Joe Morgan in West Fargo, it's the Shanley Deacons going up against the Packers of West Fargo in West Fargo. That's on Thursday. Friday night here in North Dakota, Central Cass at Lisbon for the next Broncos broadcast. The Squirrels and the Broncos in a very good Region 1 game. The winner still has a chance to host a playoff game via 2 seed. The loser, all of a sudden you start looking at that 3 or 4 seed potentially, and if things don't fall your way, maybe you're on the outside looking in the playoffs. The Squirrels already with 1 loss, Lisbon already with 1 loss on the season, so a big game between the Squirrels and the Broncos on Friday night in high school football here on Your Live Event. Then you have Edgeley-Cullen Montpelier at Sargent County, that game going on in Milner as well. So go to yourliveevent.com for the complete schedule up and down throughout the valley. On behalf of Lincoln Adair helping us on the camera, I'm Chase Miller. Repeating tonight's final in Lisbon. The Broncos win it 25-23, 25-22, and 25-22 tonight here in Lisbon. Broncos go to 6-3 on the season. The Imperials drop to 0-3. On behalf of all of our great sponsors, make sure you patronize them. Without them, we would not be here, or at least say thank you very much for allowing us to be here tonight here in Lisbon. Thanks to everyone for being involved. On behalf of Mark Forseth, Jim Berkemeyer, and the whole crew at Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting, I'm Chase Miller again in Lisbon. Good night from Lisbon High School as the Broncos win it 3-0 over the Imperials.